Hello friends, welcome back. In our previous class, we have discussed about how to create a subscription, and we have also discussed about different plans and offers as part of subscription creation, right? So you can choose any one of the plan that is suitable for your organization, for your environment, and you can start creating a subscription for Azure beginners, and we have enabled subscription for a free count, which is available for 30 days with some amount of credit, right? So and also, as I said, there are a couple of services available for free, and the period of those services is 12 months. If you look at my screen, it clearly mentioned there are free service available for 12 months. Okay, so we'll quickly have a look on the free services, so that you will have an idea what are the services available for free for 12 months. And there are 25 plus services, they're always free. Okay, this is amazing, right? So now you can have a look on this. There are 12 months, and you have some popular free services, and also you have a 13,300 credit to explore all Azure cloud services for 30 days. This is something yesterday we have talked about by creating a free free account. So you will be getting another 13,300 some credit, so that it will be expired in 30 days. So in between you can use all the cloud services, and according to your credit account. And there are 25 plus services always free. Okay, if you scroll a little down, you can have a look on what are the services and all, right? So which products are free for 12 months? If you look at here, below product, these are the products for 12 months free. This is Linux virtual machine. B1 is standard tier, so not for all kind of virtual machines, right? So Linux virtual machine, in that you have a special size. B1 is standard type, so only this is going to applicable for this particular kind of configuration. Similar way, you have a Windows virtual machine, and you have B1 as standard type. Okay, so not all kind of you have a D series and E series, different kind of configuration sizes. Okay, so you can't choose, you can't say that okay, those services also free for 12 months. No, absolutely no. It's clearly saying if you're selecting only B1 as standard tier, so that is going to use for 12 months. And also there is a kind of time, 750 hours. Getting my point? So in the same manner, you're also getting a managed disk, blob storage, file storage, and there are some services. So you can quickly go through those services and try to understand what are they, and which service is free for 12 months. Okay, and also Microsoft mentioning there are services always free, so they're not going to charge for you anything, right? So it's always free, you can use anytime, any number of years. Okay, so they are something Azure Cosmos DB and 400 requests unit per second, but they have set some limitation, so you have to follow that limitation, and you can use those services for entire your what is that lifetime manner. Okay, so app services, functions, data, I mean dev test labs, Kubernetes, event grid, something like that. There are a couple of services which is free for always. Okay, right. Now I just wanted to quickly show you. So I mean, I hope you all understand, right? What are the services which is available for 12 months, and what are the completely free services in Azure? Okay, now if you wanted to access, and as a beginner, or if you're ready to interest learning on Azure cloud services, so as I said, we have to create a free trial subscription so that you can access all cloud services for 1 month with amount of 30,300, right? So yesterday class I already shown how to create a subscription. Now we will check, once we created subscription, and what are the options available inside subscription, and we will have a look on that now. Okay, let's go. Yep, right. If you look at now, once you have created a subscription, and how you will check the status of that, so you will whether it is created or not, you can just type service name called subscription, and you can find out. Okay, this is my subscription, you are seeing, right? So there's a free trial. So free trial, as I said, you are going to get a free trial, and this is subscription ID. Okay, and these are my role. See guys, whoever is creating a subscription, or that person account becoming act as a account admin, only one account admin can be added for one subscription. Getting my point? You can't say that okay, can I add multiple account admins in single subscription? No, you don't have that option. Single account admin, only one person, that is also who is creating subscription using that particular email ID and password. So he's going to become an account admin. So all others are can become an contributor, owners, and other roles. Okay, so keep in mind, one subscription can have an one account admin, not you can't add multiple, or there is no option to add account multiple admin in one single subscription. And you're also seeing current cost and the status is active. So what is going to happen after 30 days? As I said, free trial is going to expire after 30 days. Your subscription status is going to disabled. Right now we are seeing status as active. And real time, guys, you may have multiple subscriptions. It's not about only single subscription, right? If you join into any company or organization, and if the company is having a number of clients to handle Azure cloud, so you may have getting access to the multiple subscriptions. Okay, so you be a little careful while handling which subscription, what you are doing inside, what you're creating in which subscription. So you have to be careful while doing it. Okay, so but don't assume that only one subscription in one account. It's not like that. You can keep multiple subscription in single account. So for example, I have a free trial and I can also go ahead and create another subscription. So you can have a multiple subscription, but each subscription is having an individual what you call cloud services, and you can keep creating it. You can have some separate building ways. For example, you have a you're working on one of the organization, and for example that organization is having development and QC, UAT and production in separate. Okay, so different environments. So what you can do is you can have creating on a different subscription and maintain an environment in differently, and you can keep cost and billing to the different for individual subscription. So what I'm trying to say here is you can manage however you want, basically. Okay, so what I'm here, you can create a multiple subscription, and not only single, right? So now this is something you're looking at: free trial and subscription ID. So subscription ID is what it mean by subscription ID. So you are going to have unique ID, unique subscription ID for single subscription. Basically, subscription name can be changed always. For example, you have a free trial, I can rename it to my test Azure subscription, or my training, or anything. You can rename it. Okay, real time you're not going to see as a free trial, right? You're going to name it as a as per your business standards, as per your business project related information you're going to provide instead of free trial. But you cannot change subscription ID. Subscription ID is something unique, and based upon using subscription ID, so Microsoft is going to find out your subscription details, and going to help in a real time. Okay, so don't think that subscription ID can be changed. It is a unique ID for individual subscription. If you are creating another subscription, you are going to have another subscription ID. Okay, so each subscription can be having a one unique subscription ID, and that is going to help for Microsoft people to find out your subscription, and help you on if any real-time issues, right? So let's click on this. So right now we are seeing as a free trial. So what we do is, I don't want to be keep as a free trial. I wanted to just rename the subscriptions. How you will rename it? So just click on rename, and you can just remove the free trial and say my Azure training. Okay, and save it. Once you save the name, it is going to reflect within 5 to 10 minutes. It's not going to reflect so faster. You have to wait for at least 5 to 2 minutes to in order to wait some time. Again, as I said, when I performed something, you got a notification saying that changing a subscription name, and this is something, yeah, it's giving, right? So that's why, as I said, this is a notification bar. Whatever you are performing on the Azure cloud portal, you are getting notified. Okay, it is saying now subscription is it will take some time, and please wait refreshing your page after 10 minutes. Right now we understand what notification bar is doing it, right? Cool. So now coming back to the free trial, and we're going to talk about more and more on each and every services. Guys, this is something, if I say subscription, by just creation of subscription, it's not enough, right? So we need to understand each and every services inside of that. Okay, so what are the options available in individual subscription, and what are we do with the subscription, everything we need to clearly understand. Okay, now it's now we are looking as a free trial as a my subscription, and we already renamed it. It's going to change in some time, and as I said, after 30 days now we already got a pop-up saying your free credit expire in 5 days. Upgrade, keep going with your account. Okay, so your account is, the free trial always going to work for 30 days. So in order to, if you want to extend or upgrade to pay as you go, or you have to just click manually. If you without clicking manually, it won't upgrade by automatically, and it won't charge for your credit card by automatic. Okay, so kindly don't select this option. Who is trying to learn the Azure, don't choose this option. In real time, in business organization, they'll be choosing some different plans. They will not choose a free trial, right? So for beginners, please get it with a free trial, but don't upgrade to any pay as you go or any other options, right? And now we can also manage and cancel subscription. When you cancel subscription, it is going to completely remove from your environment. So don't click on this, and rename it. We already done. And change directory. As I said, if you have a other directory, you can change it to different subscription also. Right now we don't have anything, right? So we have only one account, and using that, I just connected. If you have another account, you can redirect to that account, right? So what you're seeing for subscription, if you look at, there is a subscription ID. As I said, this subscription ID is going to be unique for your entire subscription, right? So what Microsoft doing is, I mean, if you have any issue related, any issues with the cloud services, Microsoft is going to help you, right, in real time. So they need your subscription ID, so you have to provide this. Okay, so they'll not ask you for what is your subscription, because subscription name can be changed at any time, right? So that's why this ID cannot be changed. So based upon this, they'll be helping you with any kind of cloud service issues. And the default directory, you can see this is the account that we have been used for creating a subscription. This is a directory. And what is your role? Account admin. As I said, one subscription, one account admin. So you can't add multiple account admin. There is no option that. And what is offer? This tell you free trial or pay as you go, or a standard or something like that. And this is offer ID. Okay, there's some ID also. And what is subscription and free trial? Current billing period. Okay, so this is about billing. Okay, so Microsoft is going to charge for monthly basis. On monthly it is going to tell you, okay, this is a cost for this month, this is a cost for this month. Okay, they're going to charge the day that you have created a subscription. Okay, and INR and the status, and this one, this is the basic overview of your subscription. Getting it? Yep. And coming to the left side, so I'm going to, overview. Just we have discussed about overview, and the activity log, access control, tags. These are all topics we are going to cover it in a coming topics, right? So right now I'm not going to touch, and I'm going to discuss the topics now which is related to the subscription. Mainly we need to focus on subscription at right now. Okay, now what we do with the subscription. Okay, by clicking on subscription, guys, you can check the cost analysis for your cloud services. How what is the cost for your each individual cloud services, and monthly wise, or service side. So for example, you have a virtual machine, you have a database, you have a network. So you can click each and every services, and you can have a look on what is the cost for that service, right? So, and also you can set some alerts. You can also have some budget and advisory recommendation. Okay, now if you look at the cost analysis, what it's saying, this is the actual cost. So 2548 is a present cost for my cloud subscription. Okay, this is a forecast. So forecast is something, this is going to talk about monthly basis. Okay, this end of the month you are going to get cost this much. This is a current cost. So this is end of the month, you may get 7,760 rupees charge for your account, but this not be 100% predictable. It will be varying little bit up and down based upon your usage. Okay, so this is a cost analysis, and also you are looking at, right, you can see the John 17 to how much it is now, 2548. Okay, if you little scroll down, you also have a individual service wise. For storage, how much it is, 1500, and virtual machine 932, backup the 110. So once you have a created in a cloud services, each cloud services will have some costing. So it will be giving the, as per your usage. So guys, I mean, don't think, okay, I have a subscription and I can start creating a number of services in real time. You can do it in a practical manner, but if you got a job in any company, if you get access for any subscription, don't start and create whatever the service you want. Okay, because each and every single service that you are creating, that is going to be involved some money here. Okay, so however, the real time the companies is not allowing you to create the services the way you want, right? So this is something they follow. So whenever you want to create any services for client or your company, you have to follow some process. You have to get approved. When they say approved, then you can start creating those particular services, right? For beginners, for learners, yeah, yes, you can free trial, you can start creating how many services you want, and you can utilize that. Okay, and this is how it looks. For example, I want to download this complete cost analysis report. Now now we are only seeing the visual representation here. So I also wanted to download this report and check each and everything, right? So what you can do is you can just click on actual cost. It is providing as accumulated cost. So but I wanted to cost by resource or cost by service. Okay, so now I wanted to select as a cost by service, right? So when I say cost by services, right now it is going to give a cost by service charge. Now what I'll do is I'll just click on download option. Okay, so say download. You can download as a ping file, Excel file, CSV file. Let's say CSV file, download data. Okay, you'll be downloaded the file, and once you can open the file, and you can also have a look on that the cost. Right. Right. So if you look at the cost, here you are seeing, right, the cost is something like you have report. Backup is 110 rupees, bandwidth and keyword, storage, virtual machine, virtual network. So that you can just download the report the way you want, and you can check the services, how much cost it is involved. And if you wanted to the resource base, you can also download resource base. What is mean by resource here, guys? So for example, when you selecting as a service, it is going to give only service level. For example, virtual machine. Okay, so virtual may contain everything, right? Virtual machine, disk, it is involving storage, a lot of things, so all coming as a one, that is called as a service. But resource is something individual, that is associated to your virtual machine and giving cost per individual. Okay, so you can even select that and download the report. Getting my point? This is about cost analysis in simple terms. If you have any questions on this anything, you please put in a comment section. You can add much filters, and you can download your cost, right? Okay, cool. And coming to the cost alerts. So, guys, this is something very important in real time. You can also make alerts for your environment. Whenever there is a cost threshold is reaching 90% or 80% threshold, you can get an alert. For example, you have created a budget, for example, for your services 30,000 rupees. Okay, so whenever you wanted 25,000 money is reached, then you should get an alert so that you can proactively monitor what services, why this cost is going high. You can take an action immediately. Okay, how to put an alert? So click on add button here, and here it is going to ask create a budget. What is the name? Okay, I'll say uh, Azure test. Okay, billing for month and creation date, let's say 2021, and December, let it be. Expiration date 23. You can keep, it's a free trial anyhow, it's going to expire, so let keep it as a December. Okay, keep it as a 21, right? So when you wanted to get alert, so for example, as I said, 25,000, so every 25,000 you'll be getting an alert. Okay, now say next. Now it is set alerts. You can type an email, some test at azure.com. Okay, and create it. So don't have it, so what I'll do, outlook.com, and create. Okay, so it is saying valid. I need to select a valid threshold. So threshold is something here. Add condition, enter percentage budget. So for example, 90%. When 90% of the budget reach, I should get an alert. Okay, so this is a 90%. Whenever the 90% reach 22,500, so I created a budget for 25,000. But whenever there is amount reach for 22,500, I'll be getting an alert. To whom? This email ID. Yes, so let's create. Okay, very simple. Basically, what cost alerts is going to help you on is whenever I know the cost is reaching your threshold, or it's crossing the threshold, you can set up an alert so that you can get notified on the usage of the cloud services. Okay, so in real time, right, this billing can be managed by separate team, or the financial team, or your higher management, right? So all admins cannot have access, as I my previous experience, most of the 50% may not have access to the billing. So billing will be taken care by separate admin. So that's why whenever you create a service, whenever deploy any service in a real time, so it is something, is cost is involved, so we have to get an approval, then start the process step by step, right? Okay, so I just clicked on refresh. It is taking some time. So what you're going to see is, you're going to see the alert is created in this panel. Okay, so we'll check it in after some time, but later, yeah. Go ahead for budget. So budget is something, as I said. So we just now created, right, 22,000, 25,000 budget we have created, if you look at here. So but the alert, when we have put alert, when you reach 22,500 or 90% of this amount, you're going to get an alert, right? So this is about budget, right? And the recommendation, advisor recommendation. This is one of the beauty of Azure. But why? Because if you're not using some cloud services frequently, or for example, you have created one of the virtual machine, okay, but you're not using, or there is no workload on the virtual machine from past couple of days, so immediately Azure is going to advise, please, you can shut down the machine, or you can degrade the size so that you can save some cost. So you are going to get some advisor recommendation from Azure, or also it will be giving an a lot of notification on the individual services, so that you can take an action and save the Azure cost. Getting my point? Yeah. And if you scroll a little down, you can also have a billing, invoices related payment methods, and partner information. These are all related to the billing. Okay. Little bit down. And if is whatever you are saying, all we are going to talk in our coming classes. So yeah. Mm, I hope you understood, right? So just we have just discussed how to create a subscription. Once you create a subscription, and we have renamed it, right? Let's refresh the URL and let's see whether it is going to change the name or not. Okay, we'll just wait. So once you give the name, it is going to take for 10 minutes. Okay, it's to reflect the subscription name, right? Awesome, right? So Mysore training, now it is changed to the name that you like to keep, right? So this is a overview. Now you hope you're clear on the overview button. And the cost analysis, mainly when you create a subscription, you need to learn about the cost analysis, and the how to create an alert for your subscription, and how to create a budget, right? And advisory recommendations. Okay, if you scroll a little down, you have invoices, all related to the billing, payment methods and all, but we are not going to pay. Company is going to take care of all billing mechanisms, right? So under settings, and I'll be telling in the next class about subscription settings, what are these, what is the usage and quota, other stuff in our next class. Stay tuned. Thanks for watching. Bye.